Yeah.
Right.
I like just saying shit.
And so
Because
like,
that's what you're supposed to be able to do.
exactly. So like what I love about that is the elbow room you have, right? There's like, when you look at existence, you say like, my goal is to entertain you and I have all this open space. But then when people don't have that, when you don't have comedy as the outlet and you're playing in society, people sit in a very narrow box. They feel like they can only say certain things. If they step outside that, they get punished by the tribe, right? Like for whatever reason. And so what I love about social media is it just has enabled me to create elbow room. Like I posted nudes of myself, like we did the the plasma transfers. Like we basically have done enough things. I did magic mushrooms on a live stream.
Yep. That's what really made me think, oh, I really want to talk to this guy now because he's going into other realms.
Yeah.
And before we get into some of that, what were some of the findings from the social media fast, or do you think it was long enough to notice anything?
It was. Honestly, it was kind of life-changing. I did one fast that was 40 hours long, and then I did a second fast that was 70 hours long. And the science behind this is when you're engaged in social media, you basically have dopamine dysregulation, right? Like you're in this addiction state and you don't realize it, but it's actually creating all kinds of harm. And then you engage with social media to feel normal again. And then once you pull out of it and you have that break, you kind of you're out of the spell. You're not hypnotized anymore. And then you get to feel it for what it is. So now when I pull up the feed, it feels toxic. Like it feels like I've had a fast food meal, or like I'm in a room of secondhand smoke, or like it just feels so bad. And I guess that I pay attention to these feelings because over the past 5 years, I've been doing like hundreds of experiments to my body, like what things make my body rejuvenate and what things make my body die. So I have this intuition I've built, and now when I go into social media, it like literally feels like death. And so it's complicated though because I love social media. I love to post, I love to play, I love to interact. But also when I get on, I'm like, nah, this is not good. So honestly, it's complicated. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, there's a thing I noticed if I've taken mushrooms before and you'll look at your phone, it's like, oh, get that away from me.
Yeah. You feel it, right?
Yes, it's like, oh, that's not real. That's the most unnatural thing. Like, what is that? It feels like a kryptonite. Or if I've done ayahuasca or been on ayahuasca and you're coming in and I see my phone, or I'll get home and turn on the TV, I'm like, oh, get that thing away from me. That is something that's just resonating like something dark.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Like in those moments when you feel sober, it's like you can viscerally feel it.
Yeah.
But then once you get in there and you kind of play around for a while, you lose that sensitivity and you feel normal again. But yeah, I think, and so what's been resonating is I posted this on social. I said, because a lot of people think that social media is like a vice or like a bad habit. But I reframed it and said, actually, I think it's pollution. It's like microplastics or lead in the pipes or asbestos in the wall or like, lead in the gasoline. I think it really is like a societal pollution. It accumulates in the body. It creates low-grade inflammation. And I've been sharing this. So many people are like, I feel this. But the problem is you can't, like, telling someone to turn it off is like telling someone to not breathe coal smoke in London in the 19th century. You can't do it. Or like, if there's water pollution, like the solution for water pollution in London in the 19th century was not to say don't drink water. It was like to filter the water. Right. So I think the solution